I'm so very fortunate to have grown up in a family dedicated to public service. I watched and learned from my father as he served as a state legislator, Florida's governor, and as a United States senator, and from my mother who worked tirelessly as an advocate for students and seniors. Together they were a team that always put Florida first. Following in their footsteps, I served my community as a PTA volunteer, and I worked for my local school district. While I was happy to serve, I never planned to follow in my father's footsteps into politics. But as our country became more divided, my thoughts began to change. Like so many Americans, I was disappointed to see our nation's civil discourse deteriorate to shouting matches on cable news and gridlock in government. And in 2013, I decided to run for office with my own message and my own mission to bring back civility, to work with both parties to actually get things done, and to always put the people of Florida first. I ran for office to bring the North Florida way to Washington, and almost 4 years after making that decision, I'm proud to say we've had many successes in our own mission. After winning my election, I immediately began reaching out to my Florida colleagues, Republicans and Democrats. I'm proud to say that those friendships have paid off to the benefit of Florida. We were able to recruit almost the entire state delegation to support our Apalachicola Bay Restoration Act. And I co-sponsored legislation with Congressman Patrick Murphy to protect the Everglades and with Congressman David Jolly to ban oil drilling off the coast of Florida. I asked to serve on the committees that were most important to my district, the Armed Services Committee and the Agriculture Committee. On the Armed Services Committee, we were able to make substantial legislative gains. We were able to amend the National Defense Authorization Act with initiatives to protect programs that help Florida's economy, create jobs, and strengthen our national security, as well as the work we've done to improve our relationship with Israel, including authorizing a joint anti-tunneling program to fight terrorism and to protect both of our countries' borders. On the House Agriculture Committee, I worked closely with farmers across the state. I'll never forget our 14-county North Florida farm tour, where I tried my own hand at planting peanuts and even pregnancy checked a cow. And I am so proud of the work we did to bring the U.S. Department of Agriculture's Strike Force program to Florida, which will help rural counties to protect their communities, to grow their economies, and to create jobs. While we've had many successes in Washington, I'm even more proud of the work we accomplished in Florida. Our focus on constituent services and cutting through bureaucratic red tape has paid off. We've helped return more than $2 million in benefits owed to Florida seniors and families, including more than $500,000 to veterans. While the numbers are impressive, the stories behind them are what really count. Stories like Kenneth McCrae, a Vietnam veteran who was denied benefits by the VA until our office stepped in to help. In every vote and in every way, we always put the people of Florida first. While working in Congress, the people of North Florida have never let me down. I felt their love and support in each hug, whether at a press conference or along a parade route. I witnessed their compassion after Hurricane Hermine, when neighbors helped neighbors clear debris and shelter those in need. And I've seen local leaders put partisanship aside to fight for our communities. We call this the North Florida way, but we don't have a monopoly on that spirit. It's the essence of the American spirit. And I've witnessed a bit of it here in Washington. Between campaigns and commercial breaks, I've seen that Republicans and Democrats can actually like one another. And if we can begin talking to each other again, instead of shouting at each other, we can move our country forward in a way that helps every American. So, As I prepare to leave Congress, I offer up this parting advice to new and veteran members. Take the time to form friendships. Put partisanship aside, and always put the people you represent first. Now that I've shared this advice, I'd like to end my speech by saying thank you. Thank you to my committed staff, my family, and most importantly, I want to thank the people of North Florida's 2nd Congressional District. I'm so thankful for giving to them. May I have 30 seconds more, Mr. Speaker?
Let's wrap up.
I'm so thankful to them for giving me the opportunity to serve. Running for Congress and serving in the House has been an enriching experience with many work days, possum festivals, and parades along the way. I'm sad it's coming to an end, but this moment is bittersweet. I will always treasure the friendships and experience I've gained in Congress. And I know as this chapter closes, another opens, and I will continue to serve my community and the people of Florida for as long as I am able. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.